Hey, yes. So I want to discuss a subject that's really important to me, and I personally have gone through during my educational experiences. So one important thing for me is that the current lack of creativity in the school system. I think creativity is one of the most important things to have, one of the most important attributes to kind of exercise and support. The current school system kind of lacks that to an extreme extent, and in a certain point where it demotes creativity, I believe. Um, when I was younger, around grade three, it was actually my teachers called my parents in to tell them I had a learning disability because I asked too many questions. Seriously, I asked too many questions. They said, and I was too fixated on certain subjects I wanted to learn about. It wouldn't let the class move on from a certain subject because I wanted to learn more. And I would stop the whole class. Apparently, I would stop the whole class. I don't know. I didn't know this until recently that I did this. In grade three, I would stop the whole class and say, "Hey, what about this? What about that? What about this?" And I would just like kind of overanalyze certain things that really interested me. So to them, it was kind of seen as a disability in a certain sense. But when I moved schools after a year, a new teacher I had in a different town called my parents in as well. But instead of telling my parents I had a disability or I was disruptive, they told my parents I should get tested for giftedness, in which I ended up getting tested, and I ended up being admitted to this program called Trail. And this program was built to support creative and gifted thinkers in the school system. It was kind of like augmentation onto the current education I was having during public school, but what it would do is kind of engage us in this advanced thinking, in this gifted kind of thinking. We would kind of be like try and solve advanced problems, mathematics, and like all these advanced programs and music and art. It was very, to me, without that program, I wouldn't be where I am today. That program meant a lot to me, and to be honest, like I can't stress enough how important that was for me. Because I was on a path, I was very disruptive, very spontaneous. I think without that program, I would be, like I wouldn't be as interested in mathematics as I am now, and I wouldn't be in a top university in Canada. So to me, it's really, really important for schools to kind of support this, the creative thinking and gifted thinking abilities of students, instead of kind of dismissing it as some kind of disruptiveness to the current curriculum. You should actually kind of recognize people think differently, in the school system. And sadly, I'm talking about this now because I'm so passionate, because that program I was in is now canceled, is now cut off due to funding lack of funding. So to me, I'm saddened by it, to be honest. So I think schools should have a budget and should have a support system for this type of learning. Thank you.